camera is. What are you? Okay. Hold on, guys. What's going on? Bear with me a second, guys. I just checked this before I came off for the break, and it was fine. Don't really know. What is your issue? Huh. Hold on a second. Does that make a difference? Oh. Alright. If it wants to do that, I can do that. How do I arrange you? So I need you to do that. Oh, you just go back here. That was strange. I don't really know what that was. Ever since I moved the desk, it seems to sometimes work and sometimes not. And I'm not entirely sure what it wants. It just does what it likes. So, you know what? It's all good. Okay. You know what? We're okay. I don't know why it did that, though, but we're settled. Okay. Who is back? Hello, Phyllis. Happy Sunday. Right back to you. Ready to plan? Kokoro. What is the song called? And the artist? I like it. Oh, that one is ancient. I'd have to dig through. Pretty sure that one came from Pixabay, I think. But like a while ago. Not entirely even sure what the name would be anymore. It's been a while. I don't know. Oops. Get on there where I need you. Let's see. Rita. Hi, I'm not ready for the last month of this quarter. I have mixed feelings about the end of the quarter. I think that some ways yes, some ways no. And my coloring is terrible on that one. I think I have a filter on the other one. I don't know what's not working. Oops. I don't know why. My Elgato's all unhappy with me, and I don't even know why. She's unhappy, and that is fine. Do what you want, computer. Literally, I checked it before I went off. It's all good. Let's see. Phyllis, I got a head start. I did my weekly recap, working on my projects Kanban board. Nice. And Elizabeth is here. Hello. My gold star moment for last week is accepting a part-time job as a seafood team member in a grocery store. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Is it being part-time? I hope the hours will be really conducive for you and allow you to still do all the things you want to do. Nothing worse than a part-time job that interferes more than it does anything else, right? Okay, guys, let's see here. I wish I knew how to put that filter on that. I do not. It's not one that I know. Yeah, I can't muck with that. I cannot do that because I don't have it takes all the other settings and stuff. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on in. Who is ready to plan for our technically first week of June? Not full week, but, you know, first days. Is there anything else you're excited for? I'm excited for Double Down Day. I missed the last one, so I'm excited to be taking part in this one. So I think we'll have a productive day. Just really just get to settle in, and it gets to be on the first two, which is kind of cool, right? So we're going to dive on in. If you guys don't already have the template, you'll find it in the description for this video. Elizabeth, yeah, I do plan to work up to 40 hours in August, but it will be full-time when I am taking college classes and full-time hours when I am on semester. You mean part-time when you're doing the classes and full-time? Right? I think so. During the breaks, Elizabeth, I am excited to start this chemistry class on Tuesday that I am taking at the community college. Very cool. From lurk mode, I hope you're feeling better, hon. And a congrats to Elizabeth on landing a job. I mean, part-time when I'm taking classes. Yeah. I was going to say, don't do that to yourself. I know lots of students do, but if you don't have to, don't do that. I'm still waiting for the birth of our grandbaby and excited about that and my family visit in a few weeks. What is her actual due date? Like, how close are you guys? She's not over, is she? Like, how close? Mine tended to not want to stay in there long. I don't know. My eldest was 35 weeks. It wasn't fun. The other one was on time, but she needed a little help getting out. So, not fun both ways. Okay, guys. The template we'll be using is our regular template that breaks down backstory, distractions, ticking clock, story beats, and our protected time, our plotting in the plan, our Protagonist 2.0, and just getting ourselves set for an awesome week. Yeah, I can't work full time. And no. Rita, the due date isn't until May 30th, but with the issues, we were all expecting her 2 weeks ago. Oh, interesting. Well, then they must have things figured out a little bit if they're still letting it continue, because otherwise they would have induced, right? So that's good, at least. She's going to be happy and fine, and I'm excited for you to get to hold that baby girl, and I can't wait for the photos. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on in. We're going to go right into our backstory, which is our gold star moments, our celebrations, our distractions and best fixes, because we want to note the things that worked for us, even when things go sideways, and what we've been avoiding. I just got back my results for the final assignment from my developmental editing advanced class. I've read the ones personally back to mine, but now there's 2 more sections I got to read. So, checking boxes as I go. I get to read that all up today, which is very cool. Elizabeth, a chemistry degree isn't a degree with a small workload. Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on in. So let's figure out what those gold star moments are and those successes, your challenges, your biggest distractions, and your best fixes. And that reluctance thing, what have you been dancing around? What have you been avoiding? What's that first little baby step you could take to get to dive on in and get it off your plate? That's what we're looking for. And then we're going to make it priority number 1 for tomorrow morning and be free of her. All right, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and take a little inventory of how last week was and begin. Hmm. Okay. What did you guys come up with? Let's see. Diane is here. Hello, hello. Elizabeth, my biggest distraction this week has been failing to get my MRI. The tiny MRI at the hospital couldn't be done. I also didn't expect certain things with the open MRI either, so I couldn't finish. I now need to call my neurologist to see what I should do. I think I'll need a stronger anxiety pill for the MRI than the one my doctor prescribed. If that still doesn't work, I'll have to get the neurologist to order me to get put under anesthesia just so my neurodivergent brain can't mess this neck MRI. Oh, interesting. Oh, all right. It is quite stressful. Oh no! I procrastinated on laundry because I had nothing to motivate me enough to do it until it piled up like crazy, and I signed for community college and got a part-time job. Yeah, now you feel like your time is being a little more infringed on, right? So you're going to have to kind of figure out how to make that all line up for you, right? Okay, guys. Well, yeah. So maybe Monday morning, just get that phone call out to the neurologist and get that set up, right? Okay, guys, we're going to dive on into, oops, wrong thing because I pulled the screen down. Okay, stage 2 is distractions, where a lot of our procrastination lives. Things that prevent someone from giving full attention to something else. Sound familiar? I was just trying to make a sandwich during the break there, and my daughter was hollering for me. It's like at the same time, I'm like, just a minute, hon. I love you. I'll help you with your homework. Sometimes it's just having someone else there to listen to as you're doing something that is making you uncomfortable and unhappy, right? So we're going to use the majority of this page for this section. This is working through major conflicts, important dates, chores, sleep, errands, cooking schedule, and whether or not when you're going to do your planning, if you do meal planning and your shopping, your morning and evening routines, any details you might want to add there, your bill due dates, and other is open to whatever you need to note down. Let's see. Cami, to Elizabeth, I feel you. I was given knockout drugs as a child for the dentist, but my anxiety meant they didn't work, and I'd still be a screaming, kicking mess. Ooh, okay. So the counter the, oh, interesting. Huh. I figured that kind of stuff, unless it wasn't strong enough, maybe sometimes that happens too. Let's see, Elizabeth, this thing was put on my head that had a camera on it that was locked in place, and it made the open MRI seem more closed than it is. And it was more noisy than I expected, so my sensory sensitive brain didn't like that. Oh, wow. Let's see, Elizabeth, tomorrow's Memorial Day, so I'll be calling neurologist on Tuesday. Good point. Very good point. Yes, I have not looked at my quarterly planning for several months. Trying to get ahead of it as we are still in Q2. Can't believe how fast this year is going. I know, right? We're charging toward the midpoint already. Like, no, enough. Back off. Let us enjoy the year. Thank you, right? Okay, guys. Yeah, not strong enough. I was given an adult dose, but they should have made it morbidly. Oh, I see. Okay. Ah, no. Sometimes, yeah, because they just go with norms, right? And they don't know how your body, you personally, your body's going to react to it, right? Okay, guys. So major conflicts, breaks in routine. These are your vacations, major holidays, surgeries, conferences, etc. And purpose. Are you trying to relax, participate, enjoy, or recover, or what combination of that? And is this the week you can take action to get ahead of that conflict? And how? We are heading into these summer months where things may be starting to get scheduled. So let's take a moment and we'll just take 2 minutes to write that down and see if there's anything coming up for anyone. Let's see. I was just thinking that it were 3 weeks from mid. Yeah, right. Elizabeth, logically, I know the summarizing torture, but mostly it felt, yeah. Villa's also planning to do a mini planning retreat next week and review the month as well. Nice. Okay, guys, let's get that 2 minute timer up. Any vacations, anything that's coming up? That's kind of those major interruptions, day or two at least, that are just going to take your beautiful routine and just kick it out the door. Let's see what we got here and go. Mm. Let's see, Phyllis, good point. I'm going to be attending a writer's workshop in June. I should plan to sometime to do prep work and also recap after the workshop. Oh, yeah, because your brain is going to be, it was a good one. Your brain will just be buzzing. There'll be so much for you to be processing. So, yeah, definitely give yourself time. And it's funny how, even though it's a weekend, the routine is it's just long enough to break some routines a little bit, right? So also think about ways you can salvage some of your routines during. I know it's hard because you'll be away, but it's little things that kind of, if you can, if you're a morning writer, get a little bit of words in before you head down to workshops and things like that go a long way to really helping to maintain some sense of routine. All right. Elizabeth, I am most likely going to have orientation for work this week and next week. Very cool. Cami, last bit on it for being knocked out. I always give them plus 20 pounds. Not advised if you don't know what your body reacts like. I just forgot to tell them last time that to wake me up, you have to have one of my family there to talk to me. I was unconscious post-surgery for 8 hours. Oh no, my appendix ruptured and I didn't go in for 3 days when the toxins hit my brain. So it wasn't as bad. Oh no, no, no. Oh wow. I'm glad you did okay, though. Wow, the toxins messed up my brain neurons chemistry even more. 5 years post-op. Thanks for the thought, though. Wow. Ooh, not good. Okay, guys. On that note, what did you guys have that's coming up? I ended up putting Father's Day down here because I know that we have other things coming. And even though it's only a 1 day thing, I feel like we have enough other things kind of in between that I'm going to make it a priority because I have a feeling it needs to, between everything else, I'm not going to have the time that I think I would have. So it's kind of it's a protected time thing, right? Phyllis, good tips. It is a virtual workshop, but yes, it does disrupt some routines. I realize that I usually don't schedule time to prepare for workshops or to reset afterwards. Yeah, and most of us don't. And then we're like, what's going on here? I only took a couple days off. Oh, it doesn't work though. It's just enough. It's just enough, right? Hi guys. Alright, this is where we're going to pull out our good old Google Calendar or our monthly calendar, which one of you, paper planner, whichever one you find you prefer, or that sheet where you write down just all the dates randomly. Those ones work too. And let's figure out what is coming at us. Let's see. For this, I am also going to do a residency in June. Need to plan for that and maybe take some time off for my day job. Ooh, exciting. I like that one. Can we definitely get that on there? Phyllis, there might not be travel, but there's still dedicated time. Yes, very true. Very nicely said. Rita's still waiting for a baby and family visit, and it seems as if the kids for a few hours a day is still a distraction and being tired at waking. Yeah, and it's the adjustment and also getting up earlier that's probably changed you too. Yes, true, Jakami. Elizabeth, I have lab on campus Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 3 p.m., and lecture online for this chemistry class I am taking this semester, summer semester. Tuesday will be here so quickly. I am excited. Yes, for sure. Okay, guys. So this is our important dates for the next 2 weeks because we like to know what's coming at us. So your holidays and events, birthdays, appointments, and commitments. Note travel time, action steps, prep, confirmation if needed, and paperwork. Yes, I'll be getting one for the groomer, I think, probably today. It's a few days. Maybe tomorrow. I think usually a couple of days in advance. Much height is always good. Okay, remember to hit check and go yes. There's also time there, so you can put the date, you can put start time, end time, and any additional reminders there on the form. Okay, guys, I've got my Google Calendar up, and let's see what is coming our way. Okay, guys, let's dive in for a couple of minutes and take some stock of the next 2 weeks and go. That's right. Oops, flinging things around. Hmm. Oh, oops. I didn't leave space. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh no. I did not leave a spot for university stuff. Just gonna sandwich it in between where it belongs. Technically I should be putting the Thursday one down there as well, but it's kind of hard to... That one she does online, so it's kind of just me being aware not to schedule anything during her time, because that's her class. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Oh, and I need to put another note. Where can I put that? That's under other. There. All right. What did you guys come up with? Where did I leave off? Cami, I've given myself 4 days to do June's labels this week rather than last month's 2-day cram session. Elizabeth, I already bought my chemistry textbook and my graphing calculator. I am feeling ready for this, although this kind of doesn't feel real because in November 2022 concluded I wasn't going back to college. I had a negative experience regarding dropping out of college in 2020, so it is a huge deal that I'm going back to college. And maybe you just weren't ready. Sometimes that's really what it is. Or sometimes the course itself is just not a great fit. Like, I think we dodged a bullet this semester for their daughter's classes. One of the ones she was heavily interested in taking, and then we found out the instructor is not very good. And it was one of those courses where there would be a reliance on the instructor. So we felt like that was a good one to get around. And she chose something else that she's enjoying more anyway, so that is fine. Let's see. Cami, I'm currently regretting encouraging Patty to sit in the planter outside to regulate her temperature. My desk has so much soil bits. Oh no! Oh well. Yeah. Kitties. Phyllis, I just added my residency dates to my calendar. Forgot to add it. Thanks for the reminder. This is good. Yes, definitely. It overlaps my workshop. Oh, no. Definitely need to take some time off my day job. June is going to be a busy writing month. Well, that's good and probably bad in some ways, too. Elizabeth, I wasn't ready for university after I spent a couple of years in community college. I'd never learned how to study before I started college. I think that is actually very common in this day and age. I don't think they teach half the skills that they really should teach. Things that would really support the student, especially in post-secondary. It's what they teach isn't even good enough for what they need in like high school, in my opinion. It seems like they just drop you on in and see sink or swim kind of philosophy, and it's not nice. It's not nice. Really, it isn't. Hey, hello. Is this still every week? I'll plan ahead for next week. Yeah, generally every once in a while we have to, I'll encourage you guys to use the replay because life gets in the way, but we do definitely try to do it weekly. So if I can't do it, then I encourage you guys to use the replay and do it that way. But other than that, you guys have me. Elizabeth, being intellectually gifted, I could breeze through school academically in K-12, but surely that didn't work in college. Yes. Plus, I discovered that me being an engineer would be an awful fit for me. Yeah. Office work is a bad fit. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to, I've already told my daughter many times that if she needs, you're welcome, man. If she needs to tweak her major, then I'd completely understand because she'll discover things about herself as she's taking the courses. Whether or not this actually will work for it. It seems like a good fit, but the reality is, there's never going to be a job that's 100% perfect. That doesn't happen. But hopefully you can get at least past the 50 percentile, right? If you're going to go to school for all that, hopefully you can get something that really works for you, right? Let's see. Okay, guys, life tasks. This is most of that other part of the page where all those little details can go in there. These are just little specific bits, right? So your chores, errands, sleep equation, your groceries, meal planning, cooking overview, who's doing what and when, which meals are you responsible for that you need to take time out to prepare, morning, evening routines, anything you want to tweak or change or remove or add. Let's see. Banking bill due dates. I do need to do banking this week. That is an important one for me. Put a star on that. And then other can be if you have insurance coming up of any kind. Family time. What does that look like this week? Is there something that you want to, anything specific you'd like to do together in the family? And the day job. If there's anything that's out of the norm that you might want to note. And of course, batch together those related tasks. That way they get done a little easier. Elizabeth, my goal with getting this chemistry degree is to teach high school science. Oh, cool. So then that means you need to get your, which one is it for education? Oh, I can't remember the name. Let's see. I need to put my clean clothes away, do laundry, clean the rest of my bedroom, and clean my car. I'll do most of all of this tonight, tomorrow. I want as much of it done as possible before I start college on Tuesday. Yeah, nice clean slate, right? Okay, guys, 2 minutes, and we will dive on in and go. Did you license? Oh, whoops. Something else. Okay, how did you guys do? I feel like I'm overlooking some little thing that I think, oh, I know what it is. Where do I write that down? We do have an additional appointment, for, I think it was June 2nd. Scan. There. I don't know exactly the details. I don't think he shared that one with me. So I will write that down, and that way it's noted. Let's see. Teaching license. Okay. You just need a, Bachelor of Arts to teach in most places to get the teaching license. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is which one was it? Which bachelor? I know it was like bachelor, and I couldn't remember which one. The university I plan to go to after community college has a STEM teaching minor, so I can do that, and then I can take the teaching license test. Well, that's cool. Kind of combo, right? Phyllis, I'm glad that I automated these tasks a while back during one of our first Plan With Me sessions, doing better with my meal planning. Nice. Phyllis, probably need to automate a few more financial tasks. Good reminder. Yes, definitely. Yeah, for the meal planning, I almost, it's crazy because I almost get into a routine. And then when we switch the classes over, my routine goes because either one child has to go certain, has her time change, or the other one gets a whole set of different change times. So, and our involvement in distance and I think I'm just at a point in my life where it isn't really possible. The best I can kind of do is say, will we be home that night? It's crazy. It's all good though. Or we'll be close to home. That's actually the more what I can say about it, right? Let's see. Elizabeth to Cami, I looked into it and it would be a huge advantage for me to have the chemistry degree, so I can have a solid understanding of the science concepts I'll be teaching. Oh yeah, for sure. Plus, when I looked at the education major, it seemed geared towards elementary and maybe middle school teaching and not so much for teaching high school. The teaching license I would get would be good for middle school and high school teaching, which would work well for me. Yeah, definitely. Trying to think science and little guys. I guess it's in there. It's just looks a little different, right? Rita, as for meals, I wish I wasn't responsible, but too late to change that after 35 years. So some nights, like weekends, are frozen pizza or hot dogs. Yep, definitely. What can be easy, right? Definitely, I hear you on that. All right, guys, we're going to dive on to the next section, which is our ticking clock. A time limit or deadline that adds constraint, obstacles, and ensures the protagonist must act. So we have everything on there except for two things. Health and self-care, because those belong under our protected time. How much time you give to them, that comes into the equations. But generally speaking, I do highly recommend that your health be the first one, so that you are taking really good care of the vehicle that has to do everything to get the things done that are important to you. Let's see, Cami, that's one drawer off my list. I just spilled the water while refilling the tank on my apnea mask. Ended up with a damp cloth to wipe down, not just dust, the machine casing. Yes. Elizabeth, teaching elementary school means teaching all the subjects in one day, unlike high school teachers who usually just teach one subject. That's true. And then you do multiple classes, so you get to specialize, which is nice, right? All right, guys. So, knowledge of time. What isn't on the list, as I just said, is self-care and health exercise, because those are going to go on page 2. So, you have 168 hours this week. Most of them are already spoken for. It's a sad truth, but once you realize it, it opens up your world to all the possibilities. So I have 49 hours for sleep. That's only 7 hours a night. I don't recommend that, but I know most of us live there. 45 for the day job. That is a full-time 40-hour week job, with half hour each for traveling time, which isn't much. 21 for meals and cooking. That, of course, reduces if you're just having someone else is doing the cooking and you just got to eat. and it may go up if you're doing all the cooking. 14 for family time. Of course, you tweak that as you like. Errands, 2, 3 for chores, and 3.5 hours each for morning and evening routines. So that's a half hour getting ready, a half hour routines at night. So that leaves 27 hours for the goals. What does your time look like? Let's take 2 minutes and we will have a quick calculation and see how does your time break down. Use some of the information that you've written down already, because there may be something on there that is demanding more time than you normally would use for your errands or chores or sleep or something like that, right? So, or it might be a really crazy busy week for cooking. Maybe you do have a whole bunch of cooking you want to get ahead of, so the following week you can just reheat meals or something, right? So go ahead and fill that out. 2 minutes. I'll see you on the other side. Let's see. Okay. Okay, what did you guys end up with? I got about 58 for productive time this time around. I put a number down there that I'm not sure. I think it will be right, because we're really, I don't see a lot of eating at home this week. I really don't. It's like this, yeah, I don't know. I think there's going to be quite a bit of going out. So probably don't need that one as much this week. What did you guys come up with? Let's see. Phyllis, I purchased a new planner, trying to decide if I should start it in June or July. It is undated. My last one I started in June. Any thoughts? Well, okay, I'm assuming the last one was good for 12 months. So if you don't start it in June, what are you going to use in its place? I guess that would be my only question. Or do you have enough blank or enough pages that were unused in the previous that you can make do for June? Like what's your plan for June planning, I guess is the question, right? Let us know. All right, guys. So we have our calculation. Let's see here. Rita, I'm still figuring out my times. I have additional 10 hours of childcare tomorrow with an extra normal day for Friday. So at least lose 25 hours. Ooh, it will be a tough week. But necessary, right? Necessary. That is actually good information because that means that you are going to, you are not going to be able to do everything that you normally do in a given week. So you're going to have to look at your picture at the week differently and see what it is that you can still do when the kids are there and what you can't do, and the ones on the can't do that you can't do when the kids are there. When will you do them, and where will they fit in, right? Phyllis, yes, it is good for 12 months. I do have one more month with the current one. I'm kind of ready for a fresh start. Hey, then you take that fresh start, hon. Definitely. This is a weird complaint I have for mine. We have, I'm using the Legend, and we've gotten to, she's getting chunky, and she doesn't, I think this is true of me and all planners that I use. I get to the second half, and it's harder to make it stay flat and behaved. I don't know. It's easier when it's lighter on the beginning of it, and I tend to love them less as we go through. And that is just one of those things that I do to myself. I don't know why. So I try not to, but so far with this one, I'm happy. I just have kind of been breaking the spine a little bit more so she stays flat, because that's the part that matters to me. Okay, guys, this is our storyboard. So we generally have an idea of when things are coming at us and which days are going to be super busy. So we're going to just do that quick overview, which is literally just another way of looking at our time. Which days do we believe we will have full days where we can have all the time in the world that is ours? Half days generally mean you go to work, but you have the other half of the day to do whatever you want. Pinch days are what I had last Wednesday, which made me want to cry a little bit. I somehow I know how I got the words. I got my words last week on Wednesday at like 1 o'clock in the morning. That's when I finally got to write. Anything before that could not happen and did not happen. So that was a pinch day. Life task days, also days when you're running your errands and running around. They kind of are a little bit disruptive. So that's why I give them their own day. And then true days off, where you just do all the fun things and all the things that you tend to put off doing. Let's see. Rita, not this week. If they were my kids, I could still write and counting. It seems as if they need 100% supervision or else there's problems. Oh no! If it is arguing and being loud, my kids are so quiet. I don't know what's that. Oh yeah. My kids are generally quiet and doing their own thing, and I end up basically going to check on them to see if they're basically alive. Not that they're kids anymore, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just, I go to pop in to see how they're doing because, I'm finally at that point in my life where they're pretty self-sufficient. I don't have to worry about it. Let's see, Elizabeth, I don't know exactly how much time I'll be spending doing coursework this week, but it will be a decent chunk of time. Generally, a good equation to run with is double the amount of your lecture time. That's a good measure of how much time you have to give outside of the class time. And that's probably a bit of a beginning number for you, but it should be something that you can use to help gauge how much time you'll need. Let's see. Cami, I'll actually want to do the monthly printout pre-June, seeing as it's the halfway month. I should think about what I want to do for the second half of the year. I missed the live yesterday, but replay. Yes. Hit that replay, guys, for the monthly planning. We put it together yesterday. Elizabeth, so then 1 a.m. in Thursday, so the words were done on Thursday. Or do you mean what? They were done on the Thursday, but I hadn't got to go to bed yet, so I got them as Wednesday. I made my very tired brain do some words before I was allowed to sleep. Cam and Elizabeth, you might do better thinking about your time as hours at work than the rest of the time as schoolwork related. In this case, that's true too. Yeah. Read at 25 protected time, so that should be for accounting time. Ooh. Maybe your writing becomes your self-care time because we will have a little bit. It won't be much, but you have a little bit. Cami, as in the rest of your time is on new job. That's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, and you have the new job stuff to consider too. Elizabeth to Cami, yeah, good point. Also, once I start my part-time job, I can add my work hours at my job to my hours at work. Yes. Cami, math day is the same. I stayed up till 3 p.m. yesterday. Forget it is Friday since I hadn't slept yet. Yes. Was it that is a good point, although the lecture is online and the lab is online. So I don't know how that, well, basically it's just a time commitment thing. They tend to match, give or take in the end. Yeah, my daughter's doing, she has 3-hour classes and the homework generally falls in and around that pretty closely. Like it's pretty, every once in a while she gets one that's more. But even the short assignments tend to kind of fall in around that. So it's a good equation. It's a beginning, at least until you actually get in the class, and then you start finding out what the teacher wants, right? Let's see. I mean, the lab is on campus. Yeah. I meant to say that. Those, I had a life test day the other day. Very helpful. Yes. I'm glad I was thinking online and wrote it twice. That's okay. Plus, there's travel time to the campus, right? So you got to have that in there as well. Let's see, Rita, since I'm working through accounting, my short writing session under health at the moment, since I'm lucky if I can get 4 or 5 hours of the weekend when not napping. Yes, Elizabeth, I will have post-lab work to do after each lab. So yeah, your calculations should be close, and you can tweak it for sure as the weeks go on. But I would start with just a clean match to whatever the your lab time and your class time is. That way, you are for sure going to be able to control that, right? And it gives you at least a window to start with, right? Let's see. Phyllis, I should schedule one of these each month. Yes. Cami to Elizabeth this week. Don't think about it outside of adding 20 minutes pre and an hour post. You won't have a time of day until 3 or 4 classes pass. Yeah, that's true. That's true as well. Good point. Plus campus travel is just yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, let's get our 2 minutes going here and see what our storyboard looks like. For the day's breakdown, I get to celebrate my eldest's birthday this week as well, so I'm taking that one off. I still have to get my writing in, but might be 1 a.m. again. It's all good. And go, guys. So this one is, oh, that is it. Yep. That's at 4 p.m. That's 6:15. Oh, I'm having a good day. Start with the time and the actual, I'm having a day. It's all good. So distracted by trying to figure out all the different times for all the different things and which ones we're driving to, which ones you could just go to. All the fun. Let's see. Phyllis, I'm going to try to get my days off schedule to the end of the year. Nice. Elizabeth Cami, yes. Plus, I'll be meeting with someone in disability services so I can get the testing accommodations I need. Okay. Tomorrow can be a half day for writing if I am diligent, spending 2 to 3 hours cleaning before I go to sleep. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Cami, your pup agrees. No, they'll probably not thrilled with the routine change those late nights create. Oh no, my dog is a couch potato. He sleeps more than anything else. He's the most relaxed, laid-back dog on the planet. He is opposite of high energy. He's a mellow little cuddle bug who just likes his couch, and he likes to sleep on his back with his belly out, so everybody can walk by and rub his belly while he sleeps. Unless it includes, no, he walks only as much as he needs to. He's sweet though. He really is. Plus, if I'm staying up, he will go to bed with Daddy, and it does not matter what I want. Elizabeth, I am determined to make sure I don't procrastinate on coursework. Of course, with one class, that won't be too difficult, but with more than one class in the fall semester, that will be more difficult. Yeah, and you're working yourself up, which is good. Let's see, but I will be doing it. I'm going to do this. Yes. That is funny that your dog is a couch potato. He is 7. So, but he has done that since he's just a very laid back little fellow. He was the only time he shows any real enthusiasm is when he treats, and if he gets to meet somebody new, especially kids and stuff. He loves kids. When we first got him, my daughter, youngest, was still in elementary school, and he had many, many adoring fans. So he very much loved being around kids, and he still does. He's such a good baby. He's one of those dogs that when we were walking, if we come upon somebody who's like unsure and their child's like a little nervous, and it's like he's a good boy. He will lay down for them, be totally as small as he can be, as mellow as can be. He doesn't jump on them, nothing. Just sit still, and he lets them pet them, and they have this positive experience, which is so nice. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on into our protected time, what we're here for. Let's see, Rita, I have a Brittany Spaniel who's about 8. She has 2 speeds, running all over the yard or sleeping. She's the best. Yeah, like when they get in the mood that they want something, the energy appears. But generally speaking, yeah, like there's not a lot of middle ground. Okay, guys, protected time. My voice is sorry. Behave. That's good. Okay. Time kept safe or defended against interruption. So you can achieve what matters to you. I have my phone on silent. I do not understand notifications and how they are allowed to make noise when I have everything turned down to nothing. I know there's a thing in there I need to change, and but then it doesn't work when I need it to. Okay, guys, so we are going to use that first section on page 2. And we're going to start breaking down what that protected calculation is going to be. So first one we're going to discuss is the three parts to your health goal. There's the physical one, which is usually what we think of, which is movement and exercise, which I highly recommend combining with your new skills. That way, that's true multitasking. And your dietary choices. We often eat things that do not make us feel good, and then we wonder why. All right. Your mental, so your meditation, or whatever you use for your calming state. Your planning, I have them all listed there, your daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, your business goal setting, your budget, and scheduling that self-care. That is on there because so many of us forget to do that. Then there's self-discovery, which is future-proofing ourselves and figure out what's truly important to us as individuals. And that's your journaling, your morning pages, your process evaluation. Always leave time for that, because nothing worse than spending your time doing things that don't work for you. And then your personal goals. I like a nice 6-week rotation for any personal goals, because it's enough time to see results and enough time to get that data of what is working and what isn't. Let's see. Elizabeth, I wanted a golden retriever when I was in high school, and a golden retriever is an athletic dog. Oh, yeah. That one needs energy. No, mine is a couch potato. He thoroughly is. I mean that with all the love in my heart. I love that he is a mellow little boy. It makes me very happy. All right, guys. So let's start breaking things down. The first rule we always follow is we never give 100%, because if we're giving 100%, we're going to be exhausted and we're going to get burnt out. So what we want to do is use the calculation that gets us to 95%, because that other 5% is going to be for your self-care, your fun list, whatever you want to call it. We have 40% for your big goal, 20% for your 2 medium goals, and 5% each for your small goals. Of course, you can add them together if you don't have that many, right? What does that look like in your hours? There we go. And we have our calculation. We're going to use our protected time times the percentage for each one to create our focus time for each thing. Let's see, Cami, if you click the speaker icon, pull the screen down from the top on Androids, you can see full bars, a line through it, but waves or a line or nothing else. The last mutes everything. Yeah. Most things there's certain things I want to have go through. Usually I hit the do not disturb button and turn that on and off when I'm organized and not changing my times all over the place. I have it scheduled. But since we're going on a little bit later today, of course that's off. I mean, if you hold the icon, it should open sounds and vibrations, where you have the option to temporarily mute the device 1 to 3 hours or custom length. And you don't have to worry about turning it back on. Oh, now that I did not know. Thank you. All right, I will check that out. I'm going to actually take a picture of that. That way later on when my brain goes, oh, there was some advice there. I should use that. Let's take a quick picture of that. There. I can refer back to that and make sure. That's a nice little reminder. Guys, if you're ever out doing something like that, that is an excellent way to just get a simple, take a screenshot or take a photo of something. And then later on, if you do forget, at least you have that visual reference that's going to tell you that you need to get back to that, right? Okay, guys, so let's do our math. So in the example, we had 27 hours. So at the 40% is 11 hours. That was rounded up. The 20% were 5 hours. Those were both rounded down. And the 5% were both rounded down to 1 hour. And the difference is the 5% plus the remainder. It usually tweaks it out to either an extra half hour to an hour, but it's a little something, right? Okay, let's take our 2 minutes and let's do some math. What is this one here? Oh, we'll sign those in a minute. Okay. Oops, I did not mean to leave the sprinting on. Okay, guys, and let's proceed with our math and go. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, what did you guys come up with? I have 23 for my health goal, which sounds like a lot, but it's probably not. I think you get used to making do with what you have, and sometimes it's not enough. And I actually need to be a little truer to my numbers that I give myself because sometimes I am still not taking the breaks that I should for the physical breaks, and I know I need to. It's easier to just keep, I don't know, once you're settled in and you're working, you don't really want to break that. So I need to start doing that because that is part of my plan. And when I don't do it, I know I don't get as much time as I was looking for. Let's see. I use the voice recorder most when out and story ideas hit, but I have to remember to turn my microphones back on or else I ramble and it records nothing. Oh no! Cami, it's just over 3 hours a day for that health goal. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Let's dive on into our next section in which we get to name our goals. So again, we have that big goal, 1 to 2 mediums, and 2 to 3 small. I had to go back and refer to the monthly page that I just did yesterday because I tweaked my second. I tweaked the 2 goals. I put YouTube and social media together going forward for the month, and I put home for what the second one because I know I have some bigger home projects that I want to make time for, and I want to basically make sure they're under that protected window and they get the extra attention they need. Let's see, Rita, I took away a few hours from family time since there's no more evening shows we watch together, so I now have 19 hours and 12 hours for accounting. Added 3 hours for my writing and a small goal. There you go. That works. I like that. Okay, guys, so let's name your goals. When choosing where to put your health goal, that depends on how much time you wish to give to it. There are already sections provided for you. The final slot is already reserved for your fun list or your self-care. Now, keep in mind for the health one, that includes your planning and stuff too. So make sure you're leaving yourself enough time for that. And journaling, how much is that a daily practice or a weekly practice? How do you look at that? And how much time do you want to give to those as well? So we will, maybe I'll switch back to that one and just have it up so you guys can have that as you're thinking as to who gets which for the, for your actual health goal. Oops, 29 hours. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, oops, what happened? Okay, guys, so I'll leave that one up for you while we do the naming of our goals. Okay, that way you can get a full picture and go. Oops. Yeah. What did you guys come up with? Could I make that? Put a little question and paper and pencil here for myself. If I can make this a 6-week goal for the home stuff, and that way I could tick. It's like there's 3 major areas that I really want to do, which will be time consuming. And if I wrote it out like that, that might be easier to tackle, because then I know I'm giving myself that locked in time frame for it as well. I agree, Phyllis, definitely. I find if I don't do it daily, it doesn't happen. Elizabeth, my big goal is starting this chemistry class this week. A medium goal is getting back to writing again after having bronchitis earlier this month. And then adjusting to making a couple big shifts in my life. Yes. Phyllis, there are a few other health goals I should plan for daily or weekly as well. Yes. Elizabeth was securing a job offer and going back to college. And yeah, that's a lot of change all at once. Coming to Phyllis, with your mental and physical workload in June, I drift more towards weekly, at least for now. That's true. Or make it a shorter window and make it like, keep it at the 10 minutes or something. That way it's controlled time, right? Elizabeth, I have noticed that my dust mite allergy isn't that bad in the heat, even if I spend a bunch of time indoors, so I may not need my allergy pills some days during the... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that works. I am waiting for, there's a couple things that I'm super allergic to right now. So you guys can probably tell from my eyes. This is allergy pills, allergy drops. It doesn't matter. There's a few things that I'm super allergic to that just isn't nothing I can do about it. I give up. I just deal with them as they are because they're going to be. Yeah, the spruce pine fir one tries to kill me. And the true grass is another one. And then every once in a while, juniper joins the party and forget it. I just I stay at home in the rooms with the least windows, and that's how I manage it. Let's see, Rita, I keep avoiding the additional home front. Even in my goals for HB90, I keep writing the tasks but avoid them. Maybe I can clean the kitchen cupboards and stuff when the kids are watching TV. There you go. Yep, that kind of keeps you there, but something you can put down easily too. That's what I'm finding. Like, I know these ones are such large home tasks that I know I've been avoiding them because I need to be able to give a chunk of time to them. And if I do that 6-week goal and I have 3 hours, the first one can be my bedroom closet. I have all the pieces I now want for it, so I can organize it. But I was waiting on. So plus now, then, of course, when I ordered the stuff, originally I had the time. It took longer to get than I thought. Right? So I think I'll do that, and then I can basically try for 1 or 2 a week. Not 1 or 2 a week. 1 or 2 weeks, and then each one, because there's like 3 or 4 that I kind of really want to hit. Downstairs office is looking more or less the way that I want it to. I might swap the 2 desks around just because one is slightly more comfortable, and I have a filing cabinet that tends to get in the way more than anything else, so I might swap with that onto the lighter desk. Yes, guys, I have 3 desks. Actually, one's not a desk. One is a little table thing that I use as a desk for basically an additional creative space. The idea also being that my daughter could come down and work in here as well if she needs to. She has her own computer. I don't know why I was thinking this, but it's sort of the idea that we have that additional little space. And then the other one's my small little desk, which I absolutely love. So I find that I like to write there. That feels really good for me when I write at that one. So that's why I have that guy in here. So I don't know if you guys know what a standard like rec room looks like in a townhouse. It's not a big space, but it's not a small space either, and I tend to maximize But I'm getting there. Let's see. Phyllis to Cami, good point. I will be doing a lot of writing, so I will keep that in mind. Yes, I like the idea of schedule, self-care, wellness days. I try to get in at least once a month. Scheduling. Yes, for sure. Elizabeth, I just got an email to my school email and checked Blackboard and see that the first quiz is due on June 4th. Good to know. And there you go. First thing that you can write down that's school related. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on in. We have all of our protected time planned out and named. Now to get into the details, so the plotting and the plan. Series of related events making up a story. So each one, what story are you trying to create? Which version of yourself are you trying to make, right? And then your plan is an intention or decision about what one is going to do. Let's see. So first one we always start off with is just projects. Ongoing, recurring, new, on hold, just as important and sometimes necessary, and the ones that you are pulling from your monthly or quarterly plan that is designated for this week. If you have something that, it's a good thing to check the monthly and the quarterly as well to see if there's something sitting on there that may have gotten forgotten, right? So actually it's been a while since I checked mine. I probably should pull it out as well and see if I'm on target. Part of that target will be slightly messed up because I decided to do the random thing, but I know I'm getting there. I can feel it because as I write the scenes, I can feel that I have the ideas and they're connecting. The dots are literally connecting, right? Let's see, Cami to Phyllis, I make fun names to make it more likely to happen, like free weights Friday, stretching Saturday, and Sunday cycling. Monday meditation was a flop due to the emotion sick. Yes. Okay, guys, let's get our 2 minutes out, and we're just going to simply list off the projects. Details if they come easily, otherwise just name out the main big points and go. Oops. Hmm. This one would be okay. What did you guys come up with? Cami to Phyllis, Tuesday has become take care, so I just do as little as possible that day. Well, we'll walk Wednesday happens every week because Panda insists we go out after I take down the bin. Oh, interesting. Elizabeth, I found an academic planner I want to use that will be September to 2025, but it isn't available to buy yet for some reason, so I'll be buying it once it is available to buy on the site. I'm waiting for the email that says this planner is available for me to buy. Printing delay, maybe? Or, well, September, or maybe they just are ready but not ready. Let's see. Cam Elizabeth, can you imitate the layout in another book in the meantime so you can use it already? Oh, yeah, and you can test it out that way too. That's a good idea. Phyllis to Cami, I love that. Having themes helps to remind you of what you are doing for that day. I love that too. That's actually a great idea. I've been kind of keeping the my workouts kind of routine, but I like the idea of mixing it up and putting some fun in there. So I think I will borrow that. Let's see. Phyllis, I updated all of my projects in my Kanban board. I just finished my quarterly update for Q2. I will try not get behind in the future. You've got this, son. I can actually get at my Kanban board. And I realized I put the skinnier desk against that wall because it's easier for me to get at the Kanban board, but it's not, it wasn't just that, it was all the tech that was in front of it that was making it really hard to use. So I may still switch the two desks because I can more easily I get the stool out of the way that is desk, one's a table. I can get the stool out of the way that's kind of sitting on the desk that I want to use for writing. I have one of those little kneeling stools, so I can move that out. And then if I put the other one on that wall, I can still easily get at the Kanban because I don't have all the tech and all the stuff in front that I was reaching up and over and half the time whacking as I'm trying to, reach it. So I'm going to give that a go. Let's see. Elizabeth to Cami. I can use the Max Life Planner I have now. So this planner not being available now isn't an issue for me. Yeah, as long as you have a place to write things down, especially the due dates and the time when the assignments are due. They always have a different time to them, so that it's not even just a matter of the date. Some of them are due at like noon, some of them are due at like midnight, some of them they'll do some other random number. It's like standards, guys. Come on. Let's see, Phyllis. I added one new project, took one off hold and placed another on hold. Beautiful. Let's see. Elizabeth, once September rolls around, I plan to use this academic planner and use my Maxi Life for personal life stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. You may end up finding that your personal stuff will slide into the academic. One will end up being more preferred than the other, and that's fine. That happens. Rita, I just may include some fun names too. Yes, I think that's fun. I love it. Elizabeth, my writing goals and tasks will go into my Max Life. Yes. Phyllis, I moved in March, and I think that threw my planning schedule off. Oh, that would do it. Yeah. Cami, I've also put that spin on my creative journal. Movie Monday has become something I do where I upload my cough 1.5 years behind art videos. Tuesday is tech-related stuff. Wednesday and Friday are writing days, as two projects start with W and F. Oh, I love that. Thursday was tricky, so I just put think it out for planning, and Saturday is stitching stuff, and Sunday is setups like this. Oh, I love that. That's really cool. Nice, Gabby. Love it. That is, I love that you wrote the writing as Wednesday and Thursday because it goes with the names. I think that's so cool. That is excellent. That is so cool. Very good. All right, guys. So our next one is going to be all those details. So the plan, the subtasks to keep in mind: admin tasks, banking, meetings, workshops and courses, skill-based videos and reading, If you can plan them, that's nice too. Live sprints, because they help support you and offer accountability and community at the same time, so you're not working alone. Journaling, which helps you to unearth all those thoughts and feelings and processes for what they are, so you can evaluate better. Targets, so you have a deadline, so things don't just kind of keep getting pushed off into the unknown. And then again, we batch together our related tasks. Alright guys, I'm going to actually combo this one this time because I feel like the two would work better together, because as we're planning this, we're also wanting to consider about our deep focus and when we want to work on these things. So which goal will you focus on per session? Think in blocks 2 to 3 hours. What is your agenda for these sessions? Okay, so there's a space for that, so you can note that down. But I have a feeling as we're working through this, it will be easier for us to remember to plan that. What time are the sprints? Sprint next week? Is there a plan with... Next week is a hot mess, guys. I am still waiting on that email response to find out if there is there's a qualifier for my eldest that we are debating on whether or not we're taking her to that. If we take her to that, we can get smucked up. We have double down day. We don't have a schedule fully set up for that yet, so I cannot guarantee any times is the short answer. It is a hot mess, guys. So do watch for updates when I get them up there. Let's see. Just realized that next weekend is June 1 and 2. Hoping to do a monthly recap then. We'll probably close out the new planner and start the new one. Oh, yeah. I just snort laughed. Oh, I love it. It's all good, hon. All right, guys. Let's dive in. Let's figure out all the details that we are going to need to follow to make sure we get done everything we want this week. Okay, guys, let's get those details down there, thinking about the deep focus times as well, and go. Got some good details down there I think will help to make things a bit easier. I'm going to start on the bedroom closet today. I don't think I will finish it today, but I want to start and put a dent in it. That way, tomorrow I can hopefully finish that. I got to be careful I don't run out of time, but I want to try. I want to try. Phyllis, I forgot I have a conference next weekend. Oh, so I wouldn't be able to attend sprints on Saturday and maybe Sunday. I would if we can do a plan with, I wonder if we can do a plan with me on Friday. Maybe possibly. That might work for me. Let me consider that. I will put a note for that, and I'll put Friday in brackets with a question mark so I can schedule that and see if I can find a window. Okay? I will do my best. Okay, guys. So the next one we have on our list is one of my favorite parts, your fun list. Your favorite activities, your outdoor activities, you're trying something new, reading, playing games. I find journaling it doesn't fall under fun. It falls under good, but it doesn't fall under fun. So if these are all just the fun things, you don't need to produce anything that needs to be a product. No one else ever has to know about it. This is all just for you stuff, right? You can doodle, you can do some painting, you can do whatever, and nothing has to become of it. It's just fun. You can play with maybe a new character that you've been thinking about and just give them just some fun journaling time, but just for fun. They don't have to exist yet. Nothing has to come of it. You can just see what kind of person they might be on the page, right? Okay, guys, let's dive in with our 2 minutes and make our fun list and go. Oh. Okay, that's recent. And I want to play. Speak. Okay, what did you guys come up with? I decided one of the fun things I want to make this week is some cookies. It's been ages since I made any. I want to make some cookies. Let's see. Elizabeth, I plan to do some reading this week and get a good amount of exercise this week. Yes. Let's see. Phyllis, I went to an outdoor garden last week. Oh, it was very nice. Oh, I love those. I should plan more outdoor activities. Very relaxing. Oh, they feel so good. Yeah. Fresh Air Friday. Oh my Cammy. Rita, it's after 6:30 here. Instead of hubby texting me about supper, I hear the microwave with no popping. He's making hot dogs and not popcorn for supper. I like that. Wednesday walkabout. That's a nice one too. This is gonna become catching. All right, guys, we're gonna dive on into Protagonist 2.0, and that is the character who drives the action. That is you. And we're gonna go with our first one, which is that newer and continued skills. What knowledge are you lacking? Where are you gonna get this information? YouTube, books, or courses? Is it free? Do you have to apply for or purchase? I have two decisions, well, maybe three decisions this week I got to make about two I got to potentially pay for, and one that is just for fun and free. Reading and study time. How's that going to break down for you? How much time are you giving to that? What space are you going to do it in? How are you taking your notes? Are you going to be using your computer for that? Are you going to be handwritten notes? What is your system going to be? Your coursework. How are you going to get that done? When are you going to get that done? Where are you going to get that done? Is then anyone else going to be checking it out for you? Maybe give a quick edit to it before you submit, anything like that. What does your practice time look like? Well, you're practicing the new skills you're bringing in, and how do you evaluate? Is someone else doing the evaluation, or is that going to be on you to figure out? Okay, guys, 2 minutes, and let's figure out what are some things we can do to improve ourselves and what we're trying to do. And go. Oh, too funny, Cam. Ah, that is too funny. Ah, throwing shade. Ah, so good. Let's see. Sometime Sunday. That's a good one too. I'm loving it, guys. Let's see, Elizabeth. This chemistry class involves learning new things, and I will be doing all I need to do to ace this class. You've got it, hon. You've got it. But keep in mind, some things are going to, in any new endeavor, some things will be more difficult than others. Give yourself grace. Be kind. Let's see. My Thursday is throw it back, as is in the day I shake it to my tunes. Love it. Oh, throw some shade my way Thursday. Oh, maybe, but I was thinking of tree shade, so it could work. Yes. Shade can have a different meaning. It's all good. Alright, guys. Misbeliefs. What bad choices have you been making that are affecting your overall health, energy, and concentration? Make one small change this week. Drink water in place of sugary drinks. I am looking at changing up. Like 2 weeks ago, guys, we had almost summer temperatures. It was great. And now we've had nothing but this dreary, awful wet weather. I know it's May. I am totally understanding of that. But I am ready for some outside adventures. So I'm going to see if maybe I can figure out, because I need more sun. I need more oxygen. I need more leaving of my space and just getting outdoors and doing some stuff, even if it's just for like 20 minutes. I want to get out there more. So let's see what we can do with 2 minutes here and figure out what change do you want to make, as hopefully the weather's improving. And throw shit at myself. You're not helping out. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. Let's fix those misbeliefs and make things work for us and go. Oh, I love it. Where am I here? Okay, where are you here? How do I do that? Okay, what did you guys come up with? So, generally, if I'm not outside, like doing errands and stuff, I don't actually tend to get outside until the evening when we walk the dog. My eldest usually walks him during the day, and I'm busy doing stuff. So I'm going to interrupt that a little bit, and I want to get outside for even just 20 minutes, and I want that sunlight on my skin, and I want that warmth that I have been craving. So that's the change I'm going to make. What did you guys come up with? Let's see. Phyllis going to have to drop. Thanks for the planning. I hope everyone has a great week. You too, hun. Thank you for hanging out. Elizabeth, a bad misbelief I had was feeling like failing to get the MRI done last week was a personal failure instead of a learning opportunity, as hard as it was. Yeah, for sure. Now, you didn't fail. They're not friendly. They're not friendly. And I don't think they ever tell you with a lot of these tests, everything you're going to have to deal with until you're already dealing with it, which is not cool, right? Let's see, Elizabeth to Cami, yeah, I guess throwing a tree at yourself would give you a chance of death. At least scratches. And if you somehow survive that, you would definitely be badly injured. Yes. I'm so upset about this MRI. It happened. It happened and you learned from it, and just move on and be kind to yourself and give yourself grace to know that next time things will have to just be done a little differently. It's all there is, right? It's all good. Okay, guys. Our second and final slide is our daily habits. What 3 to 5 things do you want to work on daily this week? What goals are they connected to? Walking 5K per day is connected to your health goal, and daily writing is connected to your writing goal. My 90-91 goal is going to be my writing goal. That's daily, and I'm going to add the journaling. And I kind of want to add one more, and I thought I noted it down here. Maybe I just thought about it. So I will get at least one more thing down there. Okay, guys, let's get the 2-minute timer on and go. Not that one. Be a dashing one in there, but I'm still doing. Okay. Most of mine end up being health related with the one writing goal, which is okay. And I'm okay with that because the health is my big goal. So I'm okay. I wanted to have the other one on there, but I know I'm not ready yet for that. So that is fine. And that's okay. That will be probably next week before I put that in there in place of something. We'll see what that ends up being. Let's see. Where did I go? Elizabeth, yeah, I need to stop feeling stressed out about this. It's not like this won't ever get done. Exactly. It's a delay. That's all it is. Let's see. Rita, I need more outside time too. MRIs are scary for your first. Yeah, they are for sure. Cami, if it works better for you, think of how bad you feel right now and use the anger angst to push through next time. Good point. Elizabeth, I need to be more kind to myself when I need to accommodate my neurodivergent brain. Yes. Elizabeth to Rita, I had an MRI done in December 2022, but that time that MRI wasn't as loud as this MRI for my neck, so nor did I have this claustrophobia inducing this with a cat. I think, yeah, because you said it had the, like, that would freak anybody out. I'm sorry. I totally on it, placed over my face. Then unlike this time where I can't, yeah. And because I want to get really into this area, right? But at the same time, that's a survival area. Like, I mean, being even touched there in any way is kind of really, so, and here, right? These are very protected zones, right? I totally get it. Let's see. Cami, did you ask them if there's a less claustrophobic way to do it? Or is it something you have to just accept and push through if you want the help you need? Good question. Rita, I was asked if I was claustrophobic and I said I don't think so. I was during the procedure and I had no idea it would take hours. Yeah, and they don't tell you how long it's going to take. That's the other thing. You're thinking 5-10 minutes, I'll be out of there. And you're like, oh man, what am I still doing in here, right? Elizabeth, I didn't know this MRI was louder this time, nor did I know this thing would need to be over my face until I got there for this. Yeah, and see, that's... try to ask the questions. If the doctor doesn't know, maybe ask the clinic and see, not clinic, don't have the noun right now, wherever they do the MRI, the hospital, whoever, and ask them in advance what is needed so you can prepare for it, right? Let's see. Cami to Elizabeth, yes, I got that the first time you mentioned it. Now that you're aware of it, you're going to have to vocalize or at least write down for the doctors to know how it felt and adapt. Exactly, yeah. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on into our final section, which is Rising Action, all the events that happen on the way to the climax. We will see next week how we all did. So, the outline. You need to create your master plan or ideal week in your planner. You need to secure your protected time in your planner, map out those dates, get that deep focus time down on paper so it's logged in. Locked in. That's what I want to say. Logged and locked in. And that way you know it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You can tweak a little bit as needed, but you have those hours allocated, all right? Try to break down each one of those protected time goals so that they have a structure to them. And you know that you're sitting down on Wednesday from 2 to 4 o'clock. That's your window. There you go. Boom. And you're going to work on A, B, and C, right? You're going to schedule your self-care, your mental health, and your buffer days. And as I said, this is the first draft of your weekly plan, so make adjustments as needed. It's all good because sometimes you start putting it down on paper and that visual really shows if there's some days where you're maybe putting too much on it, and try to maybe find another spot if you can, so you're not overwhelming and overburdening yourself. Let's see, Elizabeth, the summary is only 20-25 minutes, but those 20-25 minutes would have felt like hours. I do appreciate the advice. Oh, yes, I will get through this. You will get through this. Of course you will. I'm going to have a great week. Yes, you are. Let's see. Cami, exactly. I began humming my little lamb to survive all needles my own medical stuff requires because the urge to scream is too great otherwise. I feel everything in it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you found that productive. I hope you have an amazing week all set out. And you're ready to just tackle your goals and make it happen. I'm excited for next week. I have a different plan in place than I've had for a while. And I have some new things on here, which I'm excited to do. And I get to make some really cool choices this week as well. So I think it's going to be an excellent week. And I can't wait to jump right on in. And I'm going to take my first little bit here and rip apart a bedroom closet after I say bye to you guys. You are so welcome, Elizabeth. Good tactic, for sure, yes. Thanks for this plan with me. You're so welcome. I am feeling much calmer now. Oh, that's good. Definitely you're going to get the disability help nailed, handle the classwork, and kick ass at their new job. Yes, you're so welcome, Rita. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you guys next week. I will see you for sure on Double Down Day. That should be happening without any issues. And hopefully the rest of it can somehow line up. You are so welcome, Cami. Yes, like I said, I should be able to do something this week. It just may take a little bit of resorting to make that all happen. Thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love our weekly planning sessions. I know we spend a couple hours together, but we also do a lot of chatting, so it's all good. I find it very therapeutic and relaxing, so I hope you do too. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. Oops, come on. There we go. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys.